Hello and welcome to today's video. So here we are again at the Exeter Matford Centre Toy and Train Fair, and I'm joined by my friend Andy.
Hello again.
And well, Andy, we went up with our friends Dave, who's just on screen there right now, strolling in, and George as well, yeah. And well, we got there fairly sharp. There's nothing on the road, was there? We were there during setup this time round. And well, this is at about 10 to 9. This is what you get if you get an early bird. You do get to see the tables before they actually go live.
As they're going up, most of
them. Yeah, pretty much. So some of them I skirted over and I come back to later on. So this isn't sort of chronologically how I walked around. I've put the video together.
Okay.
Some tables I went back to later on once they properly set up.
Right.
This one was just inside the door though, and it was a big table full of Lego. And I noticed at this show in particular, more so than any others that I've been to, how much Lego was there.
There was a lot there this time, wasn't there?
There was a lot of Lego. Some classic Lego. There was stuff like this, which is a bit of a mixture with the minifigures and that.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit. A couple of interesting pieces as well, which we'll have a look at Lego-wise. What I thought there was not quite as much of this time around was traditional Corgi and Dinky diecast stuff.
No.
Boxed. Didn't seem to be a lot of that.
No, there were some dealers absent for various reasons, weren't there?
That's true.
Not generally Corgi dealers that we know, but yeah, I think you're right. There wasn't as much.
And it was weird because I am on the lookout for that sort of stuff, as as well as Matchbox. There is a few bits of that traditional diecast that I like. As do you.
Me too, here and there. But yeah, there was nothing that really
not a load. No,
not diecast wise.
There were a couple of dealers doing Matchbox who I've bought off in the past. This guy here does a lot of carnival and fun fair stuff. I noticed he had lots of like videos, and they have videos on the things. I had no idea that was really so much of a thing, but evidently it is.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Loads of Hot Wheels and stuff. Once again, from dirt cheap. Look at that, brand new for £2, which is not bad when you think about it. Up to some really expensive ones.
Kojak Buick there in a.
It's a Reaper box, isn't
well,
it?
a Code 3 box, made up. Not the.
No, I'm after a nice one. I might get one at Shepton. Definitely after the bigger one now. Some of the variations on the Corgi Junior. I wouldn't mind.
What a sought after car that is.
Yeah, it never came out in the States, I guess, did it?
I don't know.
Unless it was as an export, I suppose.
They might have. Not really sure.
The Corgi Juniors were sold overseas, weren't they?
Yes.
But I don't know about the big stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they were,
Yeah,
they were.
They would have been exported, I suppose.
Yes, they were. Yeah, certainly some of them were.
Yeah.
And the Husky ones as well.
That's true, because they were, a lot of those were American things, like the Monkey Mobile, for example.
Yeah, and they were
Batmobile
times. They definitely came out in the States, so,
Oh, brilliant. And this is the dealer from Wales, isn't it?
Yes.
I forget his name.
Sid.
I did have a little look at. He had one of the bubble cars. We may well see it in a minute in the metallic blue.
Oh yeah,
which is one of the colours I haven't got. But the box was a little bit like dusty, like ashen in a way. And he had 125 on it, which is a little too rich, I thought. Although it is a scarce colour. The car itself was mint.
Right.
But that was a little bit too much for that one. Yeah. But he probably had the best selection of diecast at the show, I think.
They did at this one, I think.
Yeah. But he's not cheap, and his Matchbox are a little, once again, it's like 10 to 20% over what I'd be looking to pay, just a tiny bit too high. But the quality's generally there. You see the boxes are nice and that. But yeah, a little bit too rich for me.
I've seen one or two things I seem to remember having as a child.
I
didn't have a lot of Matchbox, but as I've said before. But certainly had a few.
Yeah.
There's some more modern releases.
Yeah.
Which, as usual, there were quite a few around.
Lots of that, lots of cheap stuff. I noticed dealers saying everything £1. A lot of clearance people there. One of the Matchbox dealers said, "I'm here to shift the rest of it, so anything you want."
Right.
He had a handful left at 15 quid each, and I bought a couple off him. And he said, "I doubt I'll do any more because this was just to clear out the rest of my collection."
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some motor racing stuff.
Yes.
Some signed bits.
there's certainly a lot of this stuff being produced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and various price ranges too.
Yeah.
You read about them all in Collector's Gazette magazine, which is a monthly newspaper type magazine which comes out here in the UK, and there's plenty of companies still producing stuff.
Yeah,
so there's obviously the market.
So there must be a market. Yeah. Now, this guy once again had quite a lot of older Lego.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a little box full, which we go through here. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
This is like 74 to 77, I think, Lego.
Right.
Before the minifig era.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some of the more basic kits, but this is the sort of stuff I had as a kid.
Right.
And these sets were like 49p when they were brand new. And most of them he had priced up between £8 and £10. I didn't think that was bad at all. If you were into it, if you collected it, this is the first time I've seen a really good run of it.
Yes,
and he probably would have done the lot as a job lot.
These wouldn't really caught my eye as a collector, but you're right. I don't remember seeing these at fairs before.
No, he's obviously bought someone's collection.
Yeah,
and they're all complete.
Yeah.
The only problem is the nature of those Lego boxes, because I've got some of the later space ones. Is to open them, you had to rip the packets.
I see.
They were like perforated, so you couldn't like carefully unbox them.
Right.
So because of that, those are all the same sort of package design, but they've been taped back down.
Right.
Yeah, but unusual to see those at the show.
Not familiar to me, but not been a Lego collector. But
no. Thanks to the Corgi Model Club, some of those, and our friend George.
He had the
one,
Saint Volvo.
The Saints Volvo,
for £20,
which is all right, isn't it? Yeah,
you were saying, because he asked your sage advice.
They are more than that now. So to buy them direct from Hornby, as it is now, they've been handled by Hornby.
Yeah.
They're £25, £24.99, and then you add on another £3.79 for postage.
Right.
So those models are coming in now at just under £29 each. So it's not cheap. So and on the website, some of the lower demand. Not lower demand, but the lower supply ones, they've got them up as much as £40 each plus postage. That's direct from them.
Okay.
So make of that what you will, but I think £20 he did very well for that.
Yeah, that's good. Good. So what are the lower supply ones then?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Ones,
it is the earlier ones.
Just ones they did like
the Wolves Ice Cream van, for example, the first version.
Early production ones, yeah.
I think so, yeah, because they are numbered, but I don't know how many. They haven't said that they're going to produce 10,000, for example.
Right.
I think there is no end number.
Okay.
As far as I know, but it might be worth anyone of interest. There's the Facebook group, and that's got links to everything on the Corgi page.
Right.
And this chat was okay. So once again, I ended up buying a couple from him, and he did me a little bit of discount, so that was all right. So. They're quite nice trays, those, for displaying Corgi. They're just Matchbox, just the right size.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, some rare ones there in that little tray there.
Right.
But, as we were just discussing beforehand, I'd like to try and stick to mint box if I can now.
Right. Unless it's some super rare variation.
Unless it's something rare or an expensive one.
Yeah. They look so much better with the box.
They do, yeah. It really makes sense. Yeah, that's it. When you're starting out, it's like anything. You're happy to just bulk up the collection a little bit. But as time's gone on and space is at a premium, you just want the very best of it.
Yes.
I think that's part of the course.
You can't beat rarity and you can't beat quality.
No.
You really can't with vintage stuff. Aha!
Now,
that rings a bell.
Yeah, so this is my first little look. This is under the table. Everything was like £1, and it was loads of these old adverts cut from magazines.
Yeah.
And I saw this. I thought, I wonder if my friend Andy's seen this yet. And I went off and found you.
No, I hadn't. Thank you. And,
thankfully, you were quite nearby.
More of those later.
Yeah. Yes. In fact, those they were like little westerns at £1 each. It wasn't bad, but he had lots of. It was like 20 of each.
Yes,
issue,
there's a couple who do this fair, and there was all interesting odds and sods.
Yeah, so as you can see, this stuff is dirt cheap.
Really, all sorts.
It really is very cheap, isn't it? Poundland, and I don't know. It's like bits of Meccano and bits of train and track and
somebody somewhere's looking for that stuff.
breakfast sort of cereal stuff.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's all like giveaway things, isn't it? I thought that the boxes and matches at £1 each were, and the little games there are £1 each. Not expensive, were they?
No.
I'd hope they sold out at that show. To be honest, they're such good value.
They do. They do have the stock does rotate. It's not seen a lot of that stuff before. I'm picking it up somewhere.
Once again, more Lego.
Fields of Lego.
Fields of Lego. You've heard of the Field of Dreams. I've got a friend who's really into Lego. I must show him this video and say, look how much was there. You got to come along to the next one, and have a look at it.
Why not?
He tends to like to buy off the Facebook groups, and just go and locally, and then just go and pick it up in person. But it's good to see what some of it's making, even for that, isn't it?
Out in the wild.
It's a bit of a potpourri store.
Real mixture. This one, wasn't it? I do remember this. Rather too modern for me, but yeah. There's another one.
Yeah.
This is a real mixture of ages.
It was indeed. There's a very nice Scalextric store, really nicely merchandised with quality stuff. I'll point it out in a minute. I don't think he got round to putting any of the cars out.
Okay.
But the track he had, it was really well presented. And if he's there at the next Shepton, I'm going to actually have a chat with him and see how local he is, because I'd love to go and film his collection. They're really good.
Right.
I don't collect Scalextrics. I had an odd one as a kid.
I had one,
But I'd love to see what he's got himself.
Yeah, it's fantastic toy.
It was really well presented, this store. Yeah, brilliant. But we'll have a look at the store. It does come. I definitely filmed it.
Okay.
So sort of diorama stuff, isn't it? Railway Anna. This stall is usually besieged. As soon as the public come in, you can't get near the stall. So he was set up quite promptly. So I was able to grab that.
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah,
good stuff too. Yeah, a lot of the modern die-casts, people buy the modern die-cast cars for dioramas to do with the railways. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Depending on the scale of your railway. But, There we go again.
Yeah, I saw a few Turtles things this time around. Actually, there's even these little die-cast cars. I suppose we shouldn't be surprised, should we? Turtles is a hot property.
Oh, yeah. Again.
Yeah, a bit of railway stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of Subbuteo. There was a few bits of Subbuteo dotted around, wasn't there, this time?
You usually find a bit of it at Matford, don't you?
Yeah. So more modern like, game cards, Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Lego, sort of, current generation, you could say.
Sure.
It's the same store with some of the higher end Lego sets.
Right.
All these are brand new seals, so they go for a few pounds.
Right. Yeah, your friend might be interested.
Yeah, there's bound to be stuff there that he hasn't got that he would be interested in. Yeah.
That's what I like about the fairs.
Yeah.
You can actually really see what you're buying.
Yeah, and in almost all cases, the dealers are up for a little deal, aren't they?
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
This is good. It was like the entire layout.
Yes, we're having a look at this. This is right in the corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it said 350, but I don't know if that's good or not.
No idea. It was working.
Yeah.
It did work. And that train was going around earlier. There you go.
I think if I was doing a diorama, I'd like to just make it myself, from scratch. This was quite a nice, tidy stall with some more recent stuff.
It was well set out.
Yeah, it was nicely presented. Clean, clear, everything priced. That's what you want.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I did also notice there was a lot more dealers saying we take cash and card, get a card and PayPal and that. Loads more.
It's coming in, isn't it?
Compared even from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The difference is noticeable now, which is, we thought it was, it's the way, that's what people, how they want to pay in a lot of cases, isn't it? Not always, but I always take cash because, cash is sort of king if you're making a deal, isn't it? Often, but It's good that they're taking card now.
Yeah, especially for the more expensive items.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really catches your eye.
Yeah, see a die cast, it's 300 quid. Well, not everyone's going to take £300 to a show, are they?
No.
Not in cash, anyway.
Piles of stuff on this stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Vintage, but, here we are. Modern.
Yeah, there they were. Like, we take cards.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot to have a little square. I think it's called Square, and you can you can do contactless. Or
as long as the Wi-Fi is good in the venue.
Yeah, I think that's all. And most people can hotspot from their phones. So
true.
I think that's the way around it.
Yeah, plenty of rummage stuff.
There was, lots of cheap stuff on here, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it was like £1. I mean, it's like, if Sam was young and I took him to one of these shows with a tenner, I mean, he would have had a hell of a time. He would have loved it,
Come with a bag full.
Absolutely, yeah. And I always think that's great, Absolutely fantastic way to enjoy
All about
a show.
Cars
really.
book there we just saw on the left. It was interesting. That was published by Century 21 Publishing.
Is that right?
Thunderbirds, Jerry Anderson, Captain Scarlet.
That's
all those,
interesting.
They did publish some other things. They did a football annual in the late
right?
60s, and they did that Corgi one as well,
wow.
which was done, I think, in conjunction with the company.
Well, that makes sense. That's good.
I showed that to our friend George. He didn't know it was because he doesn't collect Century 21 stuff, as do I. He didn't know about that one.
This was an interesting store. Loads of Lego stuff, big packs of it. It's really well presented again. I always sort of zoom in on them, so if you want to follow up, you can see who it is. But I thought this store was really, really nice. Nice, clean, again, well presented. Absolutely well presented.
Yeah, good.
That one,
Bunch of rolling stock, mostly. Yeah, he's a nice guy. That's right.
A few Anderson vehicles there, loose ones. Yeah. And this is the guy who's just clearing out the end of his stuff now.
All right.
Those Smurfs were £40. I've had stuff off him in the past.
You bought Matchboxes off him.
Yeah, and this is all he's got left. Yeah. And I had another 2 off him. They were 15 each.
All right.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's a good price for those. So I had another 2, but he said this is probably going to be his last show because he wanted to just clear it.
Yeah.
That was the name of the game really today.
Yes, this gentleman who also has a lot of vintage lead.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
He's the one I bought the. I think it was last year I bought a figure off him, the advertising figure.
Yeah. It's the guy who's had that Hank set and the Beatrix Potter.
Still got those.
Yeah, I mean they're not cheap, so he's waiting for the right person.
Indeed.
But still very nice.
Yeah, they're nice condition.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. And these were some cheap carded things. I think these are like, look at that, £2.
Right.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're only plastic. They're not like acrylic.
If you just want some,
but they're enough.
Yeah,
it's better than nothing.
If you don't want the high-end display items.
And 10 for what, £15? That's really good value. In actual fact, I thought
keeps the dust off. Doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah,
keeps the dust off. Oh yeah, more lead.
Yeah.
I don't know how these things really sell these days.
I don't know.
But they obviously still do.
When stuff's in cabinets, it makes it a bit trickier to film. With the light straight above it, it sort of reflects a little bit.
Yeah. Tamiya kit there. There are a few Tamiya kits around. I remember it was a fantastic box artwork.
Yeah.
It really sold it to kids like me in the 70s. Oh yeah, there's all sorts.
A few little bits
Star
and
Wars
pieces.
curtains.
Yeah. I think that was
Back to the Future jacket.
I thought that was quite nice for 40 quid.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's how recent it is or
I have
not.
no idea.
But I thought, if you're into it, there are Back to the Future collectors.
For sure.
For certain. Yeah, I thought it was a nice piece. And bits of Star Wars. They have had Star Wars vintage in the past, mini rigs and things like that. Right. So they have had that. see the foam noddy car, which I sort of vaguely remember playing with at some point as a kid, maybe at nursery or something.
Mixture of conditions.
Yeah.
On this one.
Yeah.
But
a little bit of vintage.
Some nice stuff. Yeah, I remember some of those.
Yeah.
In the shops.
Now this store, I think, had some vintage figures. Not Star Wars. I think these are all G.I. Joe. There's a few odd Star Wars, but I think they're G.I. Joe and that. Action Force.
Yeah. By the look of it.
Not sure how well Warhammer would do, but it's got its fans, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, well, this is our friend Dave's store from Exeter.
Yeah, quite a box of comics. And that,
sorry, Tim, not Dave. Dave's his brother.
All right, yeah.
Tim Burton. Yeah. Yeah. Had a chat with him. Very nice chap, Tim. Yeah, so our friend George had some of the comics there.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of those for resale.
And actually had that great book Time View, Doctor Who, Frank Bellamy. Have you got that one?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, I've got the softback of it, yeah.
Yeah,
it is. I think,
really nice book, that.
Yeah. I might have the hardback. Anyway.
It did have a hardback.
Come out. I might have the hardback now. I think I got upgraded at some point. Yes, it's a great book.
Really good.
And there was Radio Times illustrations. Of which there were plenty.
Him and Achilles are my two favourite Doctor Who artists. You know, of that era, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early 70s. Yeah. Early mid 70s. For Radio Times, around that sort of period. Very good.
Indeed.
Yeah, and what a great comic artist he was as well.
Yeah.
Did the Thunderbirds comic strip for TV21 for years and years,
Oh, wow.
Amongst many other things.
Yeah.
Fantastic artist.
And this is the guy right down the end who's always knock it all out cheap, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the chap?
I do.
Yeah.
Speed Racer car there. Big one. Yeah.
Cheap and cheerful. 50p. Look, you got boxed cars for 50p.
Please, take them away. I don't want to take
literally.
them
That's what it's like, you know?
Yeah, Tamir again. Great artwork.
Yeah.
We do go on about kit artwork, don't we? AFX and
we
so
do.
on.
I love it. Yeah.
We really want to mention Tamir because they were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our friend George bought
an annual or two, didn't he?
An annual or two, as did I. Well, he bought one annual, a UFO one.
Right.
I bought a couple of, as we'll see later.
Yeah.
He bought that Spirograph.
Did he?
He did.
I'm sure that's the one I had, or one very like it.
It was complete. We checked it carefully.
Checked
and bought that for £20.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1960 Spirograph.
Mine was obviously 70s, but it was the basic set.
Yeah.
You know?
George did buy a model kit as well, actually. He bought a Revel, one from the late 60s of a World War One fighter.
Oh, right.
And a nice little Revel one. That was nice. She remembers building the like of as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't have many Revel kits myself. I have more Airfix.
Yeah, me too. That was always my brand of choice.
It was me, usually. Tamir a bit towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that UFO thing. That was always nice to see. Not
Absolutely.
cheap,
No.
I can't remember what they were asking for that. I think it was certainly well over 100.
It was, yeah.
George was having a look at the wagon train projector.
Yeah, it's a little corner where
it was a bit,
a little bit worn.
He thinks she's got a different colour box, not the blue one. He was having a look at it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
There may be a box variation on it.
Some tin toys.
Yeah. Interesting store, this.
Yeah, it was, actually. Yeah.
It's nice to see some older stuff, even if it's not really the thing.
Oh, yeah.
My friend Chris collects that sort of thing, Mary Mouse. I don't know what he's got.
Enid Blyton. Yeah, there's loads of it.
Yeah, he does collect those things from the 50s.
They're pretty cheap. Enid Blyton's really out of favour nowadays, so it's cheap to collect.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Did you see the Magic Roundabout
I
wipe-offs?
did, yeah. I didn't look at it closely.
No, it was a bit tucked away,
rough,
wasn't it? But
there were one or two
unusual.
odd things. Yeah, there was a rub-down transfer somebody had
All right.
Magic Roundabout, not quite good enough condition, although it wasn't too expensive. Soccer Tones.
Yeah, I know. I only saw that on reflection. I would have had a closer look at that one.
I know what that was.
I'm quite into these little games.
Yeah. Somebody had a squeezy Zebedee as well, carded. But
again, really?
Yeah.
The
quality wasn't good on the actual bubble. Otherwise, I would have had that.
Yeah.
Just as a little nice item, about £7.
Mm.
But quality, and all that.
What can we do?
Got to have it, preferably.
This must be. Now look how well this is displayed. I mean, it really is quite because it's difficult to display this stuff. I mean, it really is Scale Electrics. I thought you did everything nice, clearly priced again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hats off to this. A real specialist store.
Yeah, I wonder if he's local.
That's what I'd like to know. Yeah. I'd love to film a really good Scale Electrics collection because I've never done it on the channel, and there'd definitely be interest in it.
Yes,
it would be a really good one.
Still
sort of with the old stuff.
Yeah, very much.
So I'd very much like to do this. So if anyone's got in the southwest who's got a big Scale Electric collection, who'd like it filmed, give me a shout because I'd love to do that. Construction set. I'm still after one, but once again, that wasn't up to. I want a really mint one.
Yeah, you should be able to get one. You'll get one day because it's not that rare.
No, absolutely
it's not that rare a set.
I just want to get a really nice one.
As the boxed Corgi sets go, it's one of the
more common ones.
Definitely one of the more common ones.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just love the van as well. The corner van is great.
Great toy.
Yeah.
A
few little Airfix kits, not many.
Yeah.
A handful here and there dotted around.
Yes.
Not like some shows where we've seen tables of them.
No, it wasn't masses and masses and masses of them.
No. I think this is one of the stores I went back to because they were still setting up.
Right.
This chap's local. I think he's from Plymouth. Oh no, St Austell. St Austell, yeah. Used to go into the shop years ago. So recognised him from there. He was at the one in the Life Centre.
I recognise. I can remember having a look at his badges actually.
Yeah.
There we go. All sorts again.
Yeah, this is another interesting store. See, he was still putting stuff out, and see that little dexterity game at the back. My eye zoomed in on that one.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, pretty early. It's not made by Journit. It's HPG and Sons. Yeah, not. There's a few that were like Journit, but he had a $5 on that, which is pretty cheap for that. In all honesty, it really is. Not too bad at all. But yeah, he had an interesting store.
He did some strange old items.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's a store that usually has a few Airfix.
Yeah.
He must be selling them off a bit because they're going. Numbers are going down.
He's not overly expensive, you see, and that's the thing. I think with this show, there were definitely reasonable prices. I think there were people looking to sell the stuff on for whatever reason. They were sellers, not exhibitors.
Yeah. There's Nick Mulford's store.
There we are. So I was filming last, or pretty much near last, because
it takes a time to set up.
It takes a bit of time. He's got a lot there.
Talk to him. Yeah. Nice Batman water guns there. Fighting Furies is nice. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff as always. Our friend George did buy something off him. I don't know if we're going to see it or not.
I did film him quite near the end, so he may have already bought it.
It's down the other end. But it was
he's got a bit of vintage Lego there.
It's a knockoff. Are we going to see it or not? Is this a store? I think we've got.
Well, this is pretty much the last bit now. This is Lawrence, and he was setting up. So he's pretty much the last store we're looking at, and he always has quite an impressive spread.
He does. Yes, George bought a knockoff Knight Rider car.
Oh right, okay.
A magic car.
Oh, magic car.
Yeah, some strange thing. He was pleased to get
that.
Zero hour. I don't remember that. Bluebird toys. Look at that. Getting that on Christmas morning.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
So So
and a couple of Japanese Astro Boy things.
Yeah,
nice.
So we'll have a look at our goodies in just a moment. Yeah, see what we bought. A few little bits underneath.
Last bits.
Yeah.
Not Terminator 2 item very much.
Okay, then, so I'm here with Kirsty, one of the organisers of the Matford show. Now, we've been coming here a few years now, and I do Shepton Mallet as well, Kirsty, but those aren't the only shows you do, are they?
No, so we're here at Exeter. We do this one 4 times a year.
Yeah.
We also do 4 shows at Shepton Mallet at the Bath and West Showground, Royal Bath and West. We also have 4 events at the Malvern Showground, the 3 Counties Showground.
Okay.
Mum and Dad actually sort of kind of head that one up. And then we have a one-off show called Toy Track. That's held at the West Woodlands Showground in Frome, and that's very farm specific. And yeah, all of them have a huge attendance.
Yeah.
They're all very popular, and generally we have traders that come back time and time again because they have a great time at the show.
It's a good fun show, yeah, absolutely. So what's the best way, if someone's looking to book a stall, for example, how's the best way to get hold of you?
Yeah, so all our information is on bulldogfairs.com website. You can book your tables on there through our online store. If you're at an event, you can come and see us and we'll manually book you in. We can take your payment. And yeah, we've got all our adverts going out on Facebook, and there's like lots of promotional things going out about the fairs. You know, we cover Facebook and other sort of social medias, not just specific to toy collectors, but we try and cover like the community groups around those venues, or like the towns that surround them, and then obviously we sort of promote it to all the toy pages as well. So
brilliant. Yeah, well thank you for having us today. And the last couple of years, in fact, we've been coming here filming, so really appreciate that, Kirsty.
No problem at all.
Thanks for speaking to us today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Right, we'll start off with our little pickups then. So, as I mentioned in the video, I was able to get 4 Matchbox this time around, which is, you know, slightly below average. Usually I end up getting about 6, don't I? But, you know, it's price as well as if I need them or not. And I'm at a stage where some of the ones I'm seeing I've got already, you know. So, but this is good. The Weasel, number 73. It's a Rollermatics one. It's a slightly earlier box, but absolutely fine condition-wise.
Yeah, I'm quite fond of the Rollermatics.
Yeah. 1973, that one was dated. Now I got this one as well, which is the Stretcher Fetcher. Now this is one I've already got. I think this one here, this £15, is ever so slightly better condition than the one that I've got, but it is one that I've sort of got a bit of a focus going on.
Right.
I'd like to get a few of these. I think the more you get, the more mad they look, a bit like the bubble car, of course, you know.
And some of them are quite scarce, you were saying.
Yeah, there is a green one which is released in America, which I do have. It only came carded, and there was a red one which was a Germany only.
Right.
So it's the same model in red, and even a loose one tends to go for about £40. I've got a saved search under the German in eBay Germany.
Yes.
So I occasionally get the odd one crop up, but they're expensive, even over there. So, you know. The Di Tommaso Pantera, which is a super fast, and that's that one there. I thought that was nice because it's got decent stickers, so it's definitely been looked after, that one.
Yeah.
So that one was all right. And this was another pretty cool one here, the Fantastic, which is one of those made-up ones. So this probably would have had, I mean, I don't know for sure, but probably would have had like a super fast, an earlier super fast box, as well as this one, but it was popular, so they kept it going.
Okay.
Because that's how they did it. So I don't know for sure, but probably. So that's my Matchbox cars, and I did also spotted it on the video. So this is a £5. I seem to have lost the balls because this is not quite the glass top is actually loose.
Yes.
So they're probably in my bag. So I'm going to go and rescue this, although I have some spares. So it's all right. But
not hard to replace.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, so this particular company, I don't think I've got any by them, but I do have some glass top dexterity puzzles.
Yes.
They're something that I am interested in. You don't often see them, and these are pretty early. Like you spotted, there was the swastika
on it.
The swastika puzzle. I don't think I've seen any by this company before, so this would suggest that this is late 30s is my estimate.
At the latest, I would think.
Yeah,
the latest.
Maybe slightly earlier. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, these were really popular in the 20s and 30s when they sort of really kicked off.
Right.
But anyway, quite an interesting one. Not the hardest puzzle, just get the balls underneath, but still pleased to get that.
Good.
Okay, Andy, so these were in that box from that pattern store, weren't they?
Yeah, I got a few things. I picked about 9 of these.
Wow, okay.
So just ones from the 50s and early 60s, nice adverts.
Shredded wheat.
Most of them are, as we'll see, are either to do with card sets that I already have or offers for cereal.
Right, yeah.
So this, I think that was from about 1954. That's the earliest one.
Yeah, shredded wheat.
Yeah, shredded wheat, cut out models of the packets. Just a really nice little space item.
Yeah.
As is that one.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about a year later, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Welger's shredded wheat.
Yeah, great stuff. And that, hey, Cars of the Future.
Oh, wow, that's cool, yeah.
50s again.
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah, cut out things. And staying with the company.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weetabix
we did see the Weetabix space cards.
We did, yeah.
In one of the previous videos. Yeah, it's a nice little black and white advert for that. We also saw the Lions Tea Australia set, amongst others. Wow. A nice colour one. Showing you what they actually came with.
Yeah.
Quaker again. Zorro. Wow. Yeah, you can send away for all sorts of Zorro things.
Look at that box as well.
So I think
that's amazing, isn't it?
I think it's from about 59, something like that.
Wow.
There's a Burt Bond one I didn't have. Fish.
Yes.
Yeah. What's this one? A full page one here. So we're up to 1960 now.
Okay.
Lions Wings of Speed, which again is another set we saw when we did the T cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
And lastly, again, we saw that set, one of the Ornaments T sets.
Yeah, with the dogs.
So 1961.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. So that's them. That's them.
Okay.
I did buy a couple of annuals.
Right. Okay,
The annuals, these were £5 each.
Okay.
That's towards the bottom of the C1.
Oh, yes. Yeah, lovely.
Which is the second of the 2 British annuals. It's from
1968.
This one, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Reprints and original stories.
Yeah.
And similarly, one of the Man from Uncle ones.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah.
That's the third of the 4
Man
from Uncle annuals.
Yeah.
This one's 1969.
Brilliant. That's good. Yeah.
All right for a £5 each.
Couple of nice annuals there.
And the last thing I got.
So I saw this in the video on the store.
Briefly. Yeah. Superman Thermos, British. Copyright date on it's 1971, made by Aladdin.
Oh, yes.
£5. Couldn't leave it behind. It's pretty nice nick.
Nice for that, isn't it? Yeah.
Nice display piece for a £5.
Very much so.
Yeah. That's what I got.
Yeah, I think we both did pretty good.
Not bad.
And George did all right. Dave got some stuff as well.
Yes, you got 1 or 2 bits.
Yes, we all did. We had a good show. We had a good show. Oh, brilliant. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that at home. We've certainly enjoyed it here and going through it and seeing the footage today. If you have enjoyed today's video, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage toy fair coverage. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.
Bye.